Oh, hello. Thanks for tuning in. My name's Rob Tart. This is my cow, Fluffy, and you're watching Pie's Perspective. All right, Fluffy, we gotta go. People are waiting on us. Fluffy? A 23-year-old man named Michael Lee Bedford from Mansfield, England, was at a party with friends when he decided to ingest some caffeine powder. He downed 2 spoonfuls of caffeine powder, which has the potency of around 70 energy drinks. Now, the powder was given to him by a friend. 50 minutes later, he was throwing up blood and sweating really bad, and then he eventually died. Now, the powder was purchased online. It was dirt cheap, and there is a warning on the bag that says you should only ingest about 1/16 of a teaspoon. Now, according to the victim's friend, the warning label was extremely small. Now, I like a good cup of coffee in the morning, just like anybody else. But ingesting pure caffeine is about as appealing to me as ingesting coffee grounds. I'm really not sure what this guy was expecting to happen. Was he hoping to stay awake for a year? Maybe there was a Gilligan's Island marathon on TV and he really didn't want to miss an episode. Or maybe he needed to invest another 50 hours in World of Warcraft so that he could finally get his level 5 idiot sword. Or it could be that he's just addicted to the shopping channel and he didn't want to miss the Tony Little reindeer glider infomercial. Any way you slice it, it doesn't take a brain surgeon to know that you should read the label when it comes to any kind of stimulants. When people quit smoking, they often go on the patch. Now, wearing one patch is a good idea. It's a bad idea to put several patches into a bowl, pour some milk, and devour it like it's your morning cereal. That isn't going to help you quit smoking any faster, unless the only way you can think of to kick the nicotine habit is to kick the oxygen habit as well. I think if you're going to ingest caffeine powder, next time ask for decaf. Alright, who wants ice cream? We have the thumbs upsicle, the subscribe-sicle, the 3-flavor fave-sicle, and the comment on a stick. Please help yourself to anything you like. Mounties in Cold Lake, Alberta are looking for a man who assaulted a woman on a barroom dance floor. Now, this man, who was apparently a British soldier, was very interested in the soon-to-be victim. He was doing his best to get her to dance one-on-one with him, even though she was dancing with a couple of her friends. And when the women went and sat down, he joined them and sat right next to the soon-to-be victim. And this guy kept asking the woman if she would buy him a drink. Now, I haven't been on the dating scene in a really long time, but I can tell you, asking a woman to buy you a drink is not a quality that most women look for in men. And if you do actually find a woman who's willing to buy you drinks, hold on to her like grim death. When last call was called, the victim's friends went to the bathroom. Now, when they came out, the victim had their back to them, and when she turned around, there was blood pouring out of her mouth. She looked at her friend and said, "He bit my f***ing tongue off." Now, her friends searched for the missing piece of tongue, but they couldn't find it. It's believed that the man may have swallowed it. Now, I'm not sure if he ate it with some fava beans and a nice Chianti, but Hannibal Lecter called. He wants his demented human consumption fetish back. Now, the one question I have is, how did he get her tongue in his mouth? Most people don't walk around with their tongue hanging out. It's not the easiest thing to reach into somebody's mouth and grab a hold of their tongue. Then to hold onto it long enough so that you could actually move in and sample a piece? The only thing I can think of is that she was actually French kissing this guy, which is complete speculation on my part, by the way. Now, the story I read didn't mention how her tongue ended up anywhere near his mouth. Now, if this guy actually was French kissing this woman, he should have realized that he was actually doing pretty well for a first date. The difference is most people try to take it to the next level, you know, maybe go to a dinner or a movie. I think the next level for this guy was to cut off her boob. Now, I don't even want to know what third base is in this guy's mind, but I'm imagining a relationship with him probably requires intermittent reconstructive surgery. Today's questions of the day are, think of other stimulants that probably shouldn't be ingested in large quantities, or think of other things that you could say or do that would probably not go over too well with someone that you just met for the first time. Anyway, that's all I have for this week. Thanks for tuning in. And remember, it's not necessarily right or wrong. It's just my perspective. All right, Fluffy, can we go now? I'm getting kind of tired. Yeah, mule, yeah. Hello, Fluffy, hello. That he's addicted to the chopping. When people quit smoking, they often go on the patch. Patch! Mounties in Cold Lake, Alberta, and if you don't know what a Mountie is, it's kind of a Canadian police. Now, I haven't been on the dating scene, but I'm imagining a relationship with him probably requires intermittent But I'm imagining a relationship with him probably requires intermittent reconstructive.